Like most people, when I think of UFOs, I think of Roswell, Area 51. I think of America.
But what if I told you that Scotland is a UFO hotspot?
Welcome to Paranormal Scotland. How far are you willing to believe?
There is an area known as the Falkirk Triangle that stretches from Stirling to Fife and the outskirts of Edinburgh. There was an intense amount of activity there, particularly in the 1990s, when there was hundreds of sightings that continue today. There's been various different UFO hotspots in Scotland over the last 70 years, but the Falkirk Triangle is now said to be the biggest UFO hotspot in the world.
In 1992, James Walker noticed unidentified lights over Bonnie Bridge. The town then became well known for its UFO sightings.
UFOologists claim that Bonnie Bridge is actually the world's #1 UFO location, with an average of 300 sightings per year. Area 51 has nothing on Bonnie Bridge. In March of 1992, Isabella Sloggett and her daughter Carol were walking towards Bonnie Bridge and saw a blue light hovering above the road in front of them.
The UFO landed and a door mysteriously opened up.
I spoke to journalism student and eyewitness Ellie Welsh, who has seen a UFO at Bonnie Bridge in more recent times, who had this to say.
This orb of light all of a sudden kind of elongated a little bit, and then all of a sudden it just kind of started doing this kind of motion with I don't know what it was. It was really hard to explain because, as I said, it kind of elongated and then broke apart and then kind of done that. So I was like, this is really strange. I don't know what this could be.
It's not only balls of light. In 1994, a metallic disc-shaped object was filmed over Craigluscar Reservoir near Dunfermline. I spoke to paranormal investigator and author Ron Halliday, who told me about even more incredible sightings. Goblins. Actual goblins. A dog walker saw a goblin near East Kilbride. Goblins in Scotland. Ron also told me about his investigation into a case where a 10-year-old girl walked into the woods near Meagle, where she encountered blue beings. She was then frozen to the spot and then lifted by a beam of light into a spaceship where the beings performed medical examinations. She was later beamed back down, ran home, and was shocked to discover that what felt like a short period of time had actually been the entire day.
In order to discredit UFO sightings, people will often say, if UFOs are real, then why are none of them caught on camera?
But if you do a quick search on YouTube, it'll bring up loads of videos of UFOs in Scotland alone. In 1996, more evidence was released that UFO experts described as tremendous, as Barry McDonald and his girlfriend Jane Adamson captured footage of a UFO in broad daylight, just a few miles from Bonnie Bridge, that they watched change shape into a saucer. I spoke to another author of the paranormal, Malcolm Robinson, who was the lead investigator into these sightings, who told me in October of 1997 that he and Councillor William Buchanan of the Falkirk District Council were so certain that something eerie was going on that they wrote to the then Prime Minister Tony Blair appealing for an investigation into this phenomena.
The response he received was that there is no evidence that the UK's airspace had been compromised by unauthorised military activity.
Now, we all know that UFOs are real, but the question is, are they alien? Personally, I like to think that hyper-intelligent beings are watching over us. But as a species, we ourselves are just too unevolved to even realise. So what does all this mean? Is this an alien invasion here in Scotland? Are aliens walking among us? Or is it all just a trick of the light? That's a choice that we leave up to you.